Hello, morning. It's Monday. Just doing the morning routine, same thing. And I think what I kind of want to talk about. I'm kind of getting an idea. Maybe I shouldn't be recording right now. I should be thinking about what I'm going to talk about in the car. Be a bit more concise. It'll probably be a lot better. Let me see. Just let me bring it back. I kind of want to record. Just I think it's better if I do. Even if I say nothing and I end up not using it. I'm thinking maybe talk about Callisto Protocol. I don't think the game is this bad. I need to watch back a couple of reviews to see what was the consensus overall, but the game is not super bad right now. Some cheap deaths, because the combat is not. Let's see, I can probably do something with this. Short, sweet, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes if I can get enough stuff. But I'm just playing it right now. And do I have to hit something? I'm just playing Callisto Protocol, which may be what I'm going to talk about, most likely. It'll be fine. Game's fun. I enjoy the aesthetic because it's so similar to Dead Space, and I love Dead Space. It's just not as good. I think that's a good, but not simple thumbnail. Like Callisto Protocol is not so bad, and then maybe like a C plus, because it really is like a C plus game. So I got some issues that they're more like nitpicks. Just like I can't just swing it. It has to have this whole fucking animation where he grabs it and it unfolds itself, and then if I want to use the gun, I can just whip out the gun. And then every time I gotta fucking whip it out again. It's incredibly annoying. Yeah, I guess you get the armor that's in the cover, but it doesn't seem to do anything other than expand your item slots and I think your health. Because these are not things you can get like in Dead Space, you can just upgrade your rig. The story is meh. It's the Illuminati trying to force the evolution of humanity for the next step of whatever, immortality, all that. It's kind of whatever. Your not companion, but the other prisoner that you release, I think his name is Eli. He's not really around. You talk in the like across the radio, but then he just dies. You guys shot out into like the atmosphere of Callisto. I guess I think it's on a moon. I forget if the name of the moon is Callisto or if it's just the name of the prison. Because it's one of Jupiter's moons, I believe. Because I'm seeing Jupiter right now in the cutscene. Huge nitpick though. Way too many crawling or way too many like shimmying through stuff. Way too many, I guess, kind of like hidden loading screens. Like way too fucking many. Way too many. It's not funny. It's really annoying. Oh look, now I gotta crawl through this space, or I gotta squeeze through this gap. Oh shit. I just died. Or I gotta collect these stairs or down these stairs. It's like, right. But at least I have fun smacking the monsters. For the most part, I try to use the guns. Okay, where am I supposed to go exactly? What's the gap that I'm missing? I'm in like this action sequence where I'm like falling forever. Like a building is collapsing around me and I gotta go through the gaps and I keep dying because I get to a point where I'm like, where the hell am I supposed to go through? It's kind of like in Dead Space 2 when you shoot yourself out into space with the chair. I guess this little corner. And here, maybe? Okay. Wait, am I? Okay. Right, he can just do that. He's falling at terminal velocity, and he can just reach out and grab something, and it completely takes the momentum. Oh yeah, we have to constantly stare at the guy's face who they got, who's the soldier guy from the Transformers movies. I don't care enough to look up his name, But I guess, I don't know, he's got that contractual shit where, like in the Marvel movies now, you have to see their faces all the fucking time. Also, I don't know if they added this in like an update or if it's when I was fucking around with the settings, but I can skip all the cutscenes. But again, it 100% feels like a. It really is like a. This feels like this is the game they should have made before they made Dead Space. And then Dead Space is when they come together and they figure everything out and everything comes together in this perfect combination and make this awesome game. And this was the game they made before, and it's backwards and it's kind of funny because you have the thing in the next that's your health and it's tiny, and then they also have the kinesis, which is insanely broken in this game. I think everybody mentioned that too, because you can just grab the monsters and throw them over railings and they just die. They hit a wall and die, or they fall into a void and die. And you don't get the items they have, but who cares? And the combat is too brain dead. It doesn't matter which way the monster's attacking you because you can just dodge. You can dodge into its swing and it still works. And this I kind of just nitpicks. Like I said, I'm still having fun with the game, but it's really stupid. You can notice all the really what was the thinking here? You have guns, but they're not designed to be used constantly. At least I don't think they are. The ammo is super scarce, and they don't put down the monsters fast enough for you to think that you can use them consistently. So I just default to the stick, the stun baton, and also it's very stingy with its resources. In like I think it's fine. It's supposed to be a survival horror. That makes sense. But then you get to a point where I'm like 200 money or resources short of upgrading what I want, and then you kind of just go, well, fuck it, I'll just go progress a little bit and then come back. But then you go into a cutscene and the entire fucking thing changes, and so you can't go back to the store, and you gotta go progress through a whole area until you can get to another upgrade store. Oh, also, yeah, forced walking sections. Fucking done with this shit. Just let me play. Like I'm having fun in the game. When I'm playing the game. Okay. Also, I don't think I said this before. I might have said it to myself. The enemies don't really feel that all that threatening because, like, again, then the combat's so brain dead, and you can just avoid. You can just hold left, right, or back to block. And the only time it ever kind of cheats you, it's when you're fighting multiple and they multiple take swings at you and you can't dodge all of them just because it won't allow it. It's the only time I think it's kind of bullshitting you. But other than that, they usually wait their turn to take a swing at you and they just watch as you beat the shit out of their enemy, the other guy in front of you. Oh yeah, the weapon swapping is also backwards. What the fuck? So that's how I quit swapping. Never mind then. You get this shotgun. I don't know how far deep in the game. When you start, when Eli dies and the chick from the boys becomes your new companion, she gives you a shotgun, and that thing's pretty fucking awesome. You find the schematic for something called a skunk gun. I never made it. Didn't seem to bother because it seemed like a waste of resources. Considering how stingy the game is with them already. So I just got the starting pistol and the shotgun that she gives me and the stun baton, and that's kind of all I'm using. And I'm mainly focusing on the baton and the kinesis because those are the most broken things. Can you just let me... Here I'm trying to defend a little bit of the game and it keeps like forcing me to walk. Do I want to say that I'm having fun in spite of the game trying to like ruin the fun? It's trying to be too cinematic. I'll probably play Dead Space after this, just as like a little bit of a palate cleanse. It's missing way too many features, like from Dead Space. In Dead Space, you have like the tracker for your objectives. This doesn't. It pops out on the top of the screen, and you better catch it, otherwise you're fucked and you don't know what you're supposed to do. At least I don't. If I miss it, I'm fucked. I'm like, where do I go? What do I do? See, like right now, it's like, where am I supposed to go? Jump down here? Where am I going? This way. And I can't run, which is the most frustrating shit. Come on. Hey, another shimmying section. I guess it's loading the area. At least in Dead Space, it was elevator sequences. And it didn't really... For some reason, it does not annoy as much as, well, now you gotta crawl through this, and now you gotta jump through this, and then you gotta go down this, and go up that, and crawl under this. I guess I'm saying that this game isn't perfect by any means. It's barely decent. No point am I gonna say, oh, this is a good game. It's not really good. Like I said, it's like a C. It gets a C. It's the preamble to Dead Space, but it came after Dead Space, so I think that's all I'm really gonna say about it for now. No, I can't. Nope. Still going down. Am I recording this at least? Yes, okay. Maybe I can try dividing it in sections like positives and negatives, and then the negatives is just gonna be like a huge chunk of the video. And it's like, still, I can't complain. I got it for free on the PlayStation Store, so I'll say that it's good so long as you don't pay for it. I'm guessing I'm in the third act. I'm in the, I don't know, bottom of like a well, and I just encountered the blind enemies that go off sound. And if you sneak up and kill them, the sound of you killing them doesn't trigger the other ones, and it insta-kills the one you're attacking, so it doesn't really matter. See what I mean? This, like, how are you supposed to feel any sort of actual threat or menace or fear when you're so fucking powerful? This game does power fantasy so well. It's kind of funny. It's supposed to be a survival horror, and it feels like the monsters are surviving me. I'm so I'm invincible. I need to increase the strength of my kinesis, though. That's for sure. Oh shit. Well, I just killed two of them by throwing them against the spikes on the walls. So yeah, really threatening new enemy type. Also, they don't really have variety. In Dead Space, you had the normal slashers, you had the leapers, you had I forgot the name of all of them. You have the regenerator, you had the one that turns into a bunch of different tentacles, you had the brute, you have the ones with the kinesis stuck to them that are super fast. Like, this is just a guy. And it has to be guys that take swings at you, because otherwise the combat doesn't work. Maybe I'm thinking maybe it could work. Just give them different amounts of limbs or different attack techniques and force me to have to maneuver them. The problem is you would have to make the encounters one-on-ones. Oh man. There, I can run again, thank God. Gameplay tutorial, move quietly. I think the only time I ever had to really sneak is when I'm fighting the robots, which are not around at all. I had there's like two sequences, the tutorial one, and then the one in the hydroponics area, and that's it. You would think these robots would, I don't know, do a little bit more, but they seem to be made of fucking glass, considering you always find them broken and fucked up. Oh, look at that. Even here, it feels like I can kind of do whatever the fuck I want, because they put spikes everywhere, so if I find one of these things that I'm guessing are one-hit kills, then I can just throw them at the spikes and I win. And maybe that's why I find it fun. It's not even really like a struggle. Oh, that was not where I'm supposed to go. Oh yeah, this goo shit is everywhere, forcing me to crawl, to walk slowly everywhere. It's so fun. Even Isaac didn't move so goddamn slow. Oh shit. Yo, that's two. And apparently they can't hear me grab their guys and throw them against the spikes. They can't do that. That's too much. It's too complicated. I'm missing one item, so, well, there we go. I do think that I kinda I think I said enough so far. I'll probably refine it and record better stuff later. This will just be the Callisto Protocol Draft 1. Let's call it. So give me a minute. So I'm home. Been a while. I got ready. This sucks. So got up work, went home because been feeling a bit under the weather. So no running, no gym. I would have gone running, but it was raining too damn much, so that wasn't really available today. So I just went to the pharmacy, got some meds, and now I'm just trying to record the second half of the little Callisto Protocol, I guess, mini review with like minimal effort, I guess. Or not minimal effort, but just, okay, well, I'm out of juice now. But kind of following up on what I said in the car, it really is like C grade Dead Space. The environments are not super interesting. Unfortunately, this is gonna be pretty much like a 90% Dead Space comparison because the guys who made Dead Space made this, and I'm not sure why it didn't really mesh. It's really bizarre. Like I said, I am having fun because I would have liked to make this a more, how do I want to say, a more not necessarily positive, but at least like the game is not that bad. I guess it's very much in agreement with a lot of the videos that came out at the time when the game came out of it being just like disappointing. But at least for me, I didn't have to pay anything. I got this for free on the PlayStation Store, so it didn't cost me anything. If in terms of that, I can't really recommend this. I would just say play Dead Space. But if you can get it for free or like on a sale for almost nothing, then I'd say check it out. It's pretty. It's a fun time. It's a good power fantasy game. Pretty mediocre horror game though. Survival horror, not so much, but definitely a power fantasy, 100%. Let me see. In terms of the story, I don't really care for the story in this game. Honestly, when I was thinking about it, it reminds me a lot of the Doom movie with Carl Urban and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's not like a one-to-one. Like that movie takes place on Mars. This takes place on the moon, Callisto, one of Jupiter's moons. But the part of some weird virus or disease that mutates people into monsters, and a very small percentage of them get turned into superhumans. Because in this game, Sam Witwer's character sort of becomes the chosen one, genetically speaking. So I feel like, at least to me, it has a bit of a resemblance to that movie. Also, like I think a lot of people said with Resident Evil, just because that's just what inspired it, but it's very flimsy, I think. The one that I have with the Doom movie is a bit more appropriate. I'm not gonna say correct, but at least to me, it resembles this movie a lot more. Right now, I'm in a weird mining area with these blind enemies that are more like a skin change. It's like they changed the skin on the model rather than it being a new enemy type because they're just blind. It looks like I could even avoid them. But this is honestly kind of funny. I'm literally just sneaking up on them and stabbing them. And it's like a one-hit kill too. It's very much like a power fantasy, like I said. I feel invincible. But kind of getting back to the story, it's really not that amazing. It's some Illuminati type group who wants to force humanity's evolution so they can kind of reach immortality. It's very It's very samey, I think, at least to me. Over the years, watching so many movies and shows and playing games and so many stories, you kind of get all the beats to a point. Maybe somebody younger can still find something memorable about this, but right now it's just another thing that I don't think I mentioned in the first clip. It's insanely broken in this game. I can see why they didn't never let you grab the enemies in Dead Space. Because it's just broken. You can just throw them against shit, or you could throw them out of the map and kill them instantly. There's spikes everywhere in this game, so you can just throw them into that and they instantly die from it. It really trivializes a lot of the encounters, and you can just stand near one of these things and just toss them into it and just not lose, any encounter. It's kind of funny. So like I said, this game is an awful survival horror, but it's a great power fantasy. Let's see. But yeah, honestly, don't buy this. If you can get it for free, do it. If you can get it on like a insane sale, like $5, you can get it then. Just because it's like a little fun. It's a fun time killer. You don't have to take it so seriously. It's not super difficult, but yeah. Maybe give Callisto Protocol a second chance. Just trying something else with this. Definitely should put maybe a bit more work on it, but just trying something out. Hope you enjoyed, and catch you next time.